we don't necessarily have a mood problem. But let's just say I'm not feeling that great, right? And I get on the trampoline for 3 to 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, I feel good. I feel happy. And the reason that is because when you bounce and you compress your body and you go into zero gravity and you compress your body beyond 1 atmosphere of gravity, your body is going to produce oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, and those are all your happy hormones. So it's a beautiful thing. So you get this extra benefit, right? So I'm working out, and I've done lots of workouts where I'm not really happy. I'm in there, I'm not feeling good, and it elevates my mood a little bit just because
yeah, you're moving around and
moving around.
Like, hey, I showed up, and but you're not giving it. You're like your all. It's still something tinkering in here that just got your mind where you can't just focus 100% on that workout.
And so the trampoline is going to allow you to have more fun while you're doing this because all of those hormones are being released. So that's going to improve your mood, right? So not only does it help people who do have issues with some sort of auditory, I'm going to guess depression, autism, all of those fall into that category of some sort of chemical deficiency that I'm not a doctor. I can't speak to that necessarily. But truthfully, when you release all of those happy hormones, people's mood obviously improves, right?
Right.
So you're going to have a better attitude about what you're doing. You're going to want to work out more. And then knowing that you're going to get almost twice the benefit of doing a treadmill, I'm like, well, there you go. So not only do I get all the happy hormones and the mental benefits, I'm getting the physical benefits, and I'm getting them at almost double the rate I would at doing a traditional type of exercise. So those are 3 good reasons. Number 1, why you would want to just do whatever you're doing on the trampoline, right?
Mm-hmm. I got you. So with that being said, you brought up something interesting in regards to, 12 minutes compared to, 20 minutes on the treadmill, and the impact that it just has physically and then just mentally. When did, like you said, this was a blind study. When did this study, as far as just come out, and what did you all do with that information once that was, once that was presented?
Well, so I think the study was, don't quote me on this, but I think it was about 6 years ago.
Okay.
And since then, we've certainly improved our product. And I think that you will, if somebody looked at what they had at the time to compare to what we offer now, there's probably a wider range of people that can actually use it. We looked at that and said, hey, we want to make sure this is accessible to all types of people, big, little, small, tall, heavy, light, whatever. So we have a very broad product line that we introduced as a result of understanding that this was so much more beneficial to people. Secondly, we also understood that if that was the case, we wondered why. And the study is available on our website. There's a link on at jumpsport.com/fitness. There you can read it yourself. We didn't pay for it. It was done without our knowledge until we found out about it. Most people refer to another study that was done by NASA that talks about bone density and how they use the trampoline to rehabilitate their astronauts after coming back from space. Now, I want to clarify that a little bit. So that particular study was also done on a large trampoline, right? And the throw on a larger trampoline, so it's exponential gravity. And I'm going to tell you why I'm getting into this study as well. So we looked back and said, okay, well, how does the NASA study pertain to what we do as well, right? So if you're getting extra caloric burn, you're recruiting more muscle, you're improving your mood, and your bone density is getting better. So let's let everybody know just all of the health benefits of this, which leads me into, you had talked to me earlier about, well, what about your immune system and your thing? And how that ties in here is that your lymphatic system moves through 2 vehicles. It moves through movement, which is great, and gravity. And so normally we experience about 1 atmosphere of gravity that keeps us stuck to the earth. Whereas if you're on a jump sport, it will increase gravity at the bottom of the stroke by up to 4 G's of force. So compression, the gravity force that you're experiencing is 4 times what you experience on a daily basis. That creates a pump. And because your lymphatic system has no pump of its own, the lymph needs to be forced through the one-way valves that pumping action actually helps detoxify your body. And people are like, well, do I have to jump really hard? Do I have to do like those crazy girls where they look like they're riding a horsey and all that? I'm like, no. Here's the thing. We do what we call health bounce, which is basically where you push down into the surface of the trampoline. Your feet never leave the trampoline's surface. But for just a brief moment, you experience zero gravity. And then you fall back into the trampoline. And depending on how hard you push, you can create up to 4 Gs. But anything over 1 G is certainly creating a pump. So we talk about a health bounce where you're basically just standing on the trampoline and pressing into the surface of the trampoline. And you do that 10 minutes, twice a day, and you're going to increase lymphatic flow by 15 times.
Wow.
So that's another thing that's really important to understand. So you're detoxifying your body while you're improving your balance, creating more stability, lessening impact. And they're like, well, this is like a genius thing. Well, that's great. So here's the thing. People think it's just for cardiovascular. And the truth is, anytime you put yourself in that unstable environment, your body has to recruit that extra muscle tissue just to stabilize whatever you're doing. So anything you can do in that same surface area on the ground, you can do on top of this platform, which will allow you to have the same benefits while you're lifting weights, while you're doing cardio, while you're stretching, while you're and there's so many different things that you can do. Pilates, yoga, cardio, aerobics, strength training, plyometrics, HIIT training, all of that can be done on here. And you're going to reduce ground impact by up to 80%. So you're improving your lymphatic flow. You're getting less impact. You're burning more calories. So you wonder why anybody didn't want to do this from the beginning. And I'll get for me, that was the seller. You understand? I've been in the business for 30 years. I've been a professional trainer, master trainer for multiple companies. And what grabbed me about jump sport is that I can increase my, I don't want to say credibility as a trainer, but my ability to guarantee that I'm going to be able to produce results for anybody from 2 to 102. We like to think that at Jump Sport, we train children from 2 to 102, right? Because it's so fun. But it allowed me to be able to increase my ability to give consistent results without injuries, without impact, without soreness from jumping up and down on the ground. And I know you've probably been through this. Anytime you've done ground-based exercises like plyometrics or HIIT training where you're jumping and landing or box jumps and back onto the ground, your body just feels beat up, not because of the muscular part of it,